Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get more brake repair customers in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Of course, this could work for pretty much anywhere, but the thing I like about Grand Rapids, Michigan is it's a smaller area. It's not a huge city like we've talked about before. So this will show you some small town areas where this can actually work. Now, before we get to that, if you like this content, then go ahead and like and subscribe to this so that you can see more of it and be helpful. All right, guys. Let's go over to Grand Rapids. Okay, guys, here we are in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We should be back to my upper right area. And for those that aren't familiar with where this is, here's where we're at. I'm actually now over the middle of Ohio, but Michigan is right there for those of you that aren't very good at geography. All right, so let's zoom in. We're going to zoom in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this is kind of cool because it's a small town area. Small town to me. Maybe it's not as small as these other areas. But anyway, Grand Rapids, Michigan, we're talking about brake repair. So first off, we're looking at brake repair or auto repair, right? So if I look up auto repair, most people looking this up are going to look up on Google Maps or Google. Here's a quick Google Maps. I should be still there. Yep, there we are. And as you can see, we've got these little dots up here. Those are your Google business profile listings. It used to be called Google My Business or Google Places, but they change the name every now and then. It's Google Maps, whatever. It's Google Business Profile. So anyway, in order to be found, you got to have this. So first off, that would be starting. There's lots of ways to optimize that. That's not what we're talking about today. What we're just talking about is getting these customers. First off, you got to have that. Looks like this guy shows up pretty awesome. Look at this, tons of reviews, lots of reviews for these other people. And I'm not going to go through these guys, but as you can see, these guys pop up first. And as you scroll out, you can just do this yourself. You can click search this area and see what else happens for brake repair. But this guy pops up now. It's just because it's a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger area, not smaller. If I zoom in closer, then we'll see more pop up. And look at this. Oh, this is perfect. This is such a perfect example of an ad. But before we get that, let's go over and see the demand, because I'm so glad you asked me how many people are actually looking for brakes here in this area. How many people are actually looking for brake repair or auto repair, or mechanic or anything? Because maybe there's not that many. Guess what? I just found out, guys. I just pulled up this data. I'm going to show you the brake repair numbers. All right, let's pull it up and go over to my sheet. Whoa! Okay, there we are. I am actually in an Excel spreadsheet here because I have Grand Rapids data. As you can see, this is actually pulled up for, looks like the last year. And here we go. This is just brakes. I didn't pull up anything else for auto repair or anything. And if I scroll over just above my head there, let me move it over there a little bit. Okay. It's just this little area here. So just this tiny area, Grand Rapids, maybe it's bigger, I don't know. So just to make sure we're talking about this area here. Okay. And going back to the spreadsheet, there we are. Okay. So now you can see that's what we're talking about. I do have a little bit bigger area too. Let me pop over to that one. This is another area we're going to talk about. So it could be that people would go farther to your shop, but let's start with the first, just this city. So just in this city area right there, there are 34,000 searches every single month. Look at that. For brake repair near me, brake pad replacement, brakes repair, and so on, right? So there's mobile brake repair. So we got quite a bit here, 500 searches per month for all these guys. And then there's a lot of small ones that add up to 34,000. 34,000 is not a huge number compared to like auto repair in bigger cities, but it is still significant because if all you want is brake repair, this is pretty good, okay? And this is all, look at this, places that fix brakes, affordable brakes near me, get brakes done. So all these things add up to 34,000. Now I did show you the bigger area, and here's the bigger area. This bigger area is actually a little bit more. It's 51,000. So it's not quite twice as much. It's maybe 50% more, so something like that. But anyway, 51,000 people in there and 34,000 in there. Now, just for those people looking at the auto repair side, how many more auto repair? I did this for the bigger area too. So 68,000 searches for like brake repair, mechanic, auto repair, mechanic near me. That would be for the bigger area we're talking about. So the point is that there's quite a lot of searches, quite a lot of demand, and not that much cost. Okay, talking about cost really quick. This right here, if you can see that little yellow up there, it's up right there. This is the average cost per click. I don't want to get into it too much, but the average cost that someone might pay when they click on your ad. In fact, we have an ad that I can show you. I got brake repair. I think it showed up, and it's between, looks like $4 and $10. So it's a little bit higher. Brake repair near me for some reason is a little cheaper. So let's just call it $5. Because if you have a good ad, it should be low. So brake repair near me, click over to that. Let's just show you that really quick. So here you go, brake repair. And here, look at this, quick lane at Borgum Ford. I'm sure these guys are good. 42 reviews. Look at that, is above 201 reviews. And it's above this guy with 643 reviews. So this is so interesting and such a good example that you can get your ad in front of people who are searching. So let's go back. How many people are searching in Grand Rapids, just this area? There it is. 34,000 people are just searching for brake repair in this area every single month, guys. And there's what it is right there. And so you can see quite a few shops popping up, but these guys are doing the ad. Ford, obviously, big company, Jiffy Lube. But the thing about it is they're showing up above these guys. Now, these guys are probably getting a lot of business because they have a lot of reviews. But if you don't have that many, even if you do, look at this. These guys are, Ford wants to get above that. I did another one here. I think, let me pull it up. Auto repair mechanic. Okay, this is a good example too. Okay, so this is really a good example. It's for mechanic. It's not brake repair, but I wanted to show you this example anyway. These guys, I'm not going to mention their name. You can see it. Probably a good shop, I'm guessing, but 14 reviews, and they're above 643. So this is probably a smaller shop. Looks like they're doing the ad incorrectly. I should not see your ad if I'm outside the area. Ford probably doesn't care if they're spending money. I would recommend these guys update a setting within Google Ads in your location settings. Just make sure you're showing it to people who are close by, not in another state. I'm in another state. I shouldn't see your ad. But the point I wanted to show you here is that 14 reviews, look at this, above 643. Typically, the people with the higher reviews are going to get those clicks, get your shop showing. But this is the way to guarantee to get above these guys. And that's the sad thing, is that they're paying. They might beat out some of this business. Now, this is body shop, so I don't think it's the same exact search. So going back to brake repair, again, here's the ad showing that up. And so I actually have a calculator. So you might ask, how much your ad's going to cost for me to run it in the area? Is it worth it? I'm so glad you asked that. Let's go over to the calculator real quick, and let me show you this real quick. Okay, let's go over to the Auto Shop marketing calculator. Whoa! And boom, there we go. All right, here we are inside the Auto Shop marketing calculator, which is available to people outside this as well. We have another design on our website at pros.com. If you want to see how much it might cost for you to run ads and get people to see your shop. So let me just go through this with you. Let me modify where I'm located actually, so that it shows up a little bit better. I think I can move myself over a little bit or shrink my head down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go in the top right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, I'm up here in the top right now. And so here we are in the calculator. First off, over to my right, over there, we're going to start with the average customer ticket. Now, this would be for any kind of service, but in this particular case, we're looking at average ticket for brake repair. Now, I know that brake repair can be different. It can range, right? So I think the average cost kind of depends on what all you need. It could be between $150 to maybe $600 or more. Sometimes that's per axle. Let's just go in the middle of that, and let's just split the difference. Let's say it's like $400, $450. Obviously, that would probably also include parts. Let's say $450. Some people might be less, some people might be more. Let's say the average ticket is that average repair order. Additional customers per work day that you want. Now, let's just say you're just starting out, or you only need a couple more per day. So 2 more per day, 5 days a week. Let's say you do 5 days a week. Just that would be an extra $18K per month. So if you see that, that's down there below me. That's the revenue count goal. So simple numbers here, 2 more cars per day, 5 a week, 5 per day, 5 days per week. That is 10 per week and 40 per month times 450. That gets you your 18K goal. If we say we're going to work 6 days a week, it'd be 20K, but most shops are only 5, a lot of them are. If you wanted 3 cars per day, there'd be 27. This is a really simple way to see what your predictive analysis might be for different numbers, different scenarios. Let's go back to the 2 just to make it even 40 cars. And here's where we got to come up with average lead cost. So how do we get average lead cost? One is just an assumption, just because we see leads coming in around a range of $15 to $30 per lead. Where do we come up with that? based on historical numbers from different clients we have. This can be Google, this can be quote request or phone calls, or also Facebook ads, either one. If we go back over to the spreadsheet, let me see if I can go down. Okay, this number right here, just above my head right there, average click cost per click. If we just say this is going to be, sometimes these are $2. Okay, here's one that's $2 per click. So this, let's say every 10 clicks would be $27, but say 10 clicks is $20, or even 4 or 5 clicks is about $20. So not every click equals a customer or lead, but not every lead equals a customer either. So let's just say out of $20 worth of clicks, you get a lead. This is just a hypothetical. We're going to go back. Okay, we should be back there now. Back in the calculator, just so you understand where this is coming from. That's where we get this $20 lead cost. But in Google Ads, it actually shows you the cost per conversion. It figures this out for you. And if you're on if you're running ads on Facebook, you can also see those costs per lead. So leads come in, that's where we assume this. If you close 50%, meaning out of every 10 people that call you, 5 become leads or customers, then you would need 80. In order to get 40 cars, you need 80 leads. And assuming it costs $20 a lead, you'd need to spend about per day to get that. But on the top end, and you might think that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money compared to what? Is it worth $1,600 to get 18K a month? Yes, of course it is, because the ROI would be about 11 times, or about 1,100% return on investment. That's a great return. Now, there's some parts in there and stuff that it's not true profit, but again, that is a return you're not going to get anywhere else. Then, of course, leads could cost less, and your ticket could be more. This is where your sales comes in. But even if, let's say this ticket costs, you go 19K and you just increase your ROI. And let's say somehow you're able to get leads to be $15. Now it's even better. Okay, now let's say you close 60%, it becomes even better. So these are all some things where you, one, can work on your closing percentage. If you have better reviews, more reviews, maybe you get a lower lead cost, a better lead closing percentage. So that is the scenario you need to look at when you're running numbers and figuring this stuff out. Let's go back over to Google Maps. Boom. Okay, here we are back in Google Maps. And just let me jump down a little bit so you can see my face a little bit better. And voila. Okay, there I am right there. So that is the really quick and easy way to get customers. So how do we get more brake repair customers, auto repair customers, auto body, paintless dent repair, really anything that matters with search, anything that where there is a search component, search demand. And again, how did I find out the search numbers? It's Google Keyword Planner. It's a free tool to use on Google Ads. You can figure that out. But again, the guaranteed way for you to get in front of these people here is a Google ad. Google Ads on Google Maps and just straight Google. That is where all the demand is coming from. So going back to this demand, let's not forget this. Never forget this demand. 34,000 searches. You can look at this yourself. You can find out the numbers for your actual location, for your actual services. And then it's just a matter of getting in front of that demand. How do we get in front of that demand, guys? I'm showing you right here is using Google Ads. Of course, you can get it. You can do Facebook ads too, but that's not really that's where the people are hanging out at. So how do we get in front of this demand? People are literally searching for this right now, every single month. Look at these guys are getting in front of it. If you're wondering why your customers aren't contacting you, can they find you? What happens when they search for this? Go right now in Google Maps, type in your service in your area. Pull up your area, wherever you're located, put in your service area, type in your service, right? Let's just do body shop. I don't know. Body shop, body repair. Let's do that body repair and see what happens. Look at that. Same thing, guys. Look at these guys are popping out. These guys are good. So you can do this for anything, any of our services. We can do this. Paintless dent repair. Let's do it. Obviously, our video today is it's really about brake repair, but I just wanted to show you this. Here's how we're popping up brakes. Let's just type in brakes and see what happens. Okay. Brakes. These guys pop up now. So type in your service. Type in your location and see if you come up. Now, don't be tricked and fooled by the fact that maybe your shop comes up because you own the location. You might want to do it incognito so that Google doesn't give you what you actually want already. They're going to show you a location that you've already been to. So make sure you do that. Search it. If you're not coming up, there's the issue. That's why your phone's not ringing. That's why you need more customers. And if you need more customers, how are you going to do that? You're going to do it using Google Ads. And here's the thing, guys, you can watch all the videos you want on this stuff. I can try to watch all the videos I want about fixing my brakes and changing my oil and doing body work and all this stuff. It will never make me as good as you are. It will never make me as good as a technician can do this, who's been doing it for years. Again, anyone can figure stuff out. But how much time do you want to waste doing that stuff? So the real question is, how much time are you willing to spend to try to save a little bit of money, or do you want to work more in your business, on your business? So I try to do things where I can make money quicker by saving time. I want to save time. If I save time, I save money, right? We only get a certain amount of time in this world. And the best way for you to save time and make money is by getting someone to help you with these things, getting someone to help you with your Google ads, your Facebook ads, your online marketing, online services, etc. And the best way for you to do that now is by clicking the link below, scheduling a call with us, and we can see if we can help you. We may not be able to help you, but you can certainly schedule a call and see if we can. We can tell you exactly what to do, whether it's using us or not. Because quite frankly, we can't help everyone, but I can show you these same things. I can give you this exact same strategy for your shop and see what would be the most beneficial for you. Okay, guys. So once again, click below to schedule, and we'll see you on the next video. All right. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.